I'm your Chief Catalyst of Accendi Solutions. Really excited to talk to you this week about the concept of taking care of our bodies and why that's so important, especially in our fast society today. So specifically, I'm going to share 3 things with you. The first being about nutrition. And sort of where I'm at with my nutrition and what I've done and some suggestions that may work for you, or just some, again, things for you to think about. The second thing I want to talk to you about is exercise and how to just simply up your daily activity so that you can start to feel better and take care of that great body that God has given you. And the third thing that I want to talk to you about is sleep and how important getting good sleep is, and some ways and ideas and suggestions for you to start improving the quality of your sleep. So let's get started. So the first thing is nutrition, right? I remember I have always struggled with eating regularly, eating healthy food. I really like tortilla chips and salsa and guacamole, and so I really had to pay attention to what I put into my body. But it's not an easy thing necessarily for me. I'm one of those people that 9 times out of 10, it's actually easier for me to just not eat until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which is horrendous for your body, right? And I remember hearing a couple of years ago, somebody phrased this in a way that just really made sense to me. And they said, well, Vanessa, how can you expect your body to function really well at a really high level if you don't fuel it well? It's like, it would be the same as having a really amazing car and putting the wrong type of gas in it or no gas in it at all. How could you expect it to run? That would be completely unreasonable for it to run. And it's the same thing with your body. And it was like this light bulb moment went off inside of my head where I was like, oh, you're totally right. I expect so much of my body. I expect it to carry me. I expect it to keep me warm. I expect it to do all of these things, to be able to create and innovate and clean the house and do my laundry and, go dancing and all of these wonderful things. But I'm not giving it the right tools. I'm not fueling it well. So nutrition is a really big thing for me, and it's something that over the last probably 6 to 8 months, I've really been praying about and working with God on how to improve my eating and my nutrition so that I look at it from a more healthy perspective. So what I've chosen to do is about 6 months ago, I started eating a more paleo type diet, which, do the research, I'm not a paleo expert, but basically what I did was cut out all of my grains, a lot of starches, sugars, and dairy. And it was really, really hard at the beginning. Like the first 2 to 3 weeks were horrendous for me because I didn't eat well to begin with, and then I just cut out basically most of the processed foods that I had been eating. But I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to help fuel my body in a better way. So I stuck with it. I got help. I got support from friends. I cooked every night. I packed my lunch every day, and I made eggs for breakfast, every single breakfast. And guess what? I'm actually almost 35 pounds lighter in the last 6 to 8 months from making that slight change in my nutrition. And I feel so much better. So it's not just about weight, it's about how you're feeling in your body. And I feel so much better. So nutrition, look at options, start tackling it, tiny pieces. If you can do breakfast 5 days a week, do breakfast 5 days a week, but start getting these little successes down. The second thing that I recommend that you take a look at is exercise. Now, I am not a big fan of going to the gym every day. It's just never been something that I'm really good at, and as much as I enjoy going to the hot tub at the gym every day, I don't really enjoy working out first. So it's not really worth it for me to have a gym pass. But if you're a gym junkie and you love going to the gym, great. And if you're not, if you can't go to the gym, or it's just, you just have so much going on in your life right now, maybe you're a parent, maybe you're a student, whatever it happens to be, if going to the gym is too much for you, then simply start trying to get more activity in your day. Okay? So you hear these suggestions of parking your car further back in the parking lot, taking the stairs instead of the escalator or the elevator when you're at work or at a grocery store or what have you. All of these things, there are tiny little things that you can do to help start just upping your activity. Maybe Maybe when you get up in the morning, you say your morning prayers, but instead of sitting down or laying down in bed praying them, maybe you walk around your living room. Or maybe every night when you come home from work, you set dinner on the stove, you get it cooking, and then you go walk around your block once and come back. Okay? Or maybe at lunch during your office, during your work hours, maybe at lunch, instead of taking public transport somewhere, or instead of just going to your break room and sitting down, maybe go challenge yourself to move for 10 minutes. Go move around for 10 minutes before you sit down to eat. Okay? So lots of little tiny ways that you can just start to naturally up your activity level. If you're one of those people that you watch shows every night very faithfully, then instead of sitting on the couch, stand behind the couch. And every single time there's a commercial, walk around. Okay? Or fine, sit on the couch while you watch your show, and then on every commercial, get up and do 5 jumping jacks. Okay? I guarantee you, start moving your body more, whatever that looks like. You know, when I live in Europe or I live abroad, I rarely have a car. And I remember when I was about 21 years old, I lived in Scotland. And it was so difficult for me to learn how to walk because I didn't have a car. I was poor. I couldn't afford public transport everywhere I wanted to go, so I had to walk. And when I say I had to walk, I mean, no, I had to walk about 6 miles every single day just to get to work, to get home, to go to the grocery store, and if I was going to do anything social, well, you better put on your running shoes for that too, okay? And I remember saying, gosh, I have to learn how to walk again. I feel like I have to learn how to walk. It's just not something that we naturally do here in the U.S. very much because we all have public transportation, or we have cars, or we have bikes, or we have all these things. So get moving a little bit more. Challenge yourself 10 minutes a day, okay? So look at your eating habits, 10 minutes a day of movement. And the third thing is sleep. Now, if you're like me, sleep, again, it can be very, very difficult at times. I have times where I go through insomnia and sleep becomes so hard because it's simply just not happening. All right? But again, there are a few things that you can do to sort of get yourself in the best place possible. You can turn off your electronics, okay? An hour and a half before you're ready to go to bed, turn off your electronics. Turn on some quiet music, perhaps. Dim the lights. Get out a book, okay? But just start winding down about an hour and a half before you're ready to go to bed. Dim those lights, like I said. If you've got a lot of light happening, a lot of light pollution happening from outside, then look at doing blackout shutters. Look at getting an eye mask when you sleep. Okay. Sometimes I listen to sleep music, so actual music that's created to help your brain sort of calm down and to activate it's called delta waves, so to activate the part of your brain that sort of helps you smooth out and even out and calm down. Sometimes I listen to that before I go to bed, or sometimes I'm in bed with my earbuds in playing that type of music to just calm myself down. Okay, there's lots of supplements that you can take as well, but I would just urge you to take a look at that and to see whether or not you can do something that's more natural, more healthy for your body. Okay. Important for us to care about our bodies, to take care of our bodies. And I'm hoping that that's kind of just a silly question and that I don't really have to answer it for you. But our bodies are remarkable, absolutely remarkable. The ability to heal after injury, the ability to recover after sickness, the ability to grow and develop and infuse our minds and to translate that into creating things, it's just fantastic. And we're made in the image and likeness of our supernatural God, right? Our Creator is even more than what we are. And so we take care of ourselves not only because it's due injustice to God, we also take care of ourselves because that's where we're going to be the most happy and the most at peace in our lives, is when I'm taking care of myself. You hear in airplanes, right, if you've flown, where parents are always told, well, actually everyone's told in the plane, always put your air mask on first before you try to help someone else. And that's the same thing. This is why we take care of ourselves, because we have tangible physical needs that are important, that are actually vitally, critically important for us in order for us to be okay. Okay, to operate the best. For our brains to work, we need certain nutrition coming into us. For our bodies to work, we need certain fuel for it to burn. There's so many things that go into us. So I just want to encourage you, take care of your body. Really love yourself. But you know what I'm saying, right? So we have this amazing, amazing gift of our bodies. And so nutrition, okay, exercise, and sleep. Start taking small steps. Invest in those things in yourself, and you will feel so much better for it. Again, Vanessa Ham, Chief Catalyst of Accendi Solutions. There are no book suggestions this week, just simply some exciting information about taking care of our bodies. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. God bless.